Huge news tonight at approximately 12:12 a.m. Eastern Time, an hour and then 12 minutes after the Lakers completed their win at Madison Square Garden. Luka Doncic has officially been traded to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis in a three-team trade, a blockbuster three-team trade, I should say. Welcome on into Game Time, Lawrence Barnes, Greg Anthony, Clinton Richardson. And man, this is one of the most shocking trades that we've ever seen and maybe in the history of the NBA. So let's start the show showing you that shocking blockbuster trade. The Dallas Mavericks reportedly are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris, or the Lakers are getting Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavericks are getting Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. The Jazz receiving Hood Schifino, 2025 second-round pick from the Clippers, and a 2025 second-round pick from the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Stein tweeted out that the Mavs and Luka Doncic until tonight were heading towards a 5-year contract extension in July, worth a record $345 million. Dallas general manager Nico Harrison made the call to abruptly change the direction of the franchise with one of the most stunning trades in league history. Tim McMahon also tweeting out that the Mavs had major concerns about moving forward with Luka Doncic due to his constant conditioning issues and the looming commitment of another Supermax contract extension this summer. And also, Mavs GM Nico Harrison told ESPN that he believes defense wins championships regarding the motivation to trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Nico Harrison said, "I believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future." GA, it was shocking. We were here. I brought the trade to you. I'm like, oh my gosh, Luka Doncic is being traded. What were your initial reactions?
Shocked. It's still somewhat in utter disbelief, but now we've had a few minutes to kind of process it. And what it's telling me, big picture, is that the Mavs had enough of Luka Doncic. That's the bottom line. This wasn't about Anthony Davis. This isn't really about the Lakers. This is a decision, a collective decision by the Mavs organization that they didn't trust Luka Doncic in his approach to the game. And that, to me, is the only reason you would consider pulling a trigger on a deal of this magnitude with a guy that young, that accomplished in this league. And for you to make that call, well, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Because if they've said, we give up. We're just not going to go down this path. And I got to believe the Dallas Mavericks fans are in shock. The Laker fans are in shock. The Dallas Maverick players are in shock. I mean, I think this is just shocking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Luka Doncic, you have to look at yourself and evaluate at this point, because like you said, you don't get to get the Supermax. Then you got a team and a franchise that's known you your whole career, basically putting the word out that you can't keep yourself conditioned throughout the season, and it's hurting the team, and it's hurting your prospects of what you're going to be able to do as far as being available for the team. So the flip side of that is that, like you said, Jay, he's going to a team and to a destination where LeBron James resides, and he's the king of conditioning, king of his body, king of longevity. So if there was anyone you would want to try and get close to and learn some secrets or take something from him about how to, keep yourself in shape, LeBron is the picture of perfection. So that could be something that could help Luka down the road, and he could learn from this and, take this and turn the whole thing around for himself.
On the flip side, the Dallas Mavericks are now getting Anthony Davis. How does he work into their system, especially on the defensive side?
Well, one of the great things about Anthony Davis is he's plug and play. Anthony Davis could go to any team in this league, and you immediately become better. You just do, because he's a versatile frontline player. He can play at all three levels. He, to me, is the best defender. Victor Wembanyama is going to be that. But in talk about defense, not just blocking shots, but in terms of the ability to affect the game defensively, Anthony Davis is the best player in the league in that regard. And oh, by the way, he gets 30 a night. So, he doesn't need the ball. And that sounds weird to say when a guy's scoring 30, but knows him. Like, he's not a guy that is going to bring it up. You create offense for him off of lobs. He's going to attract the offensive glass. Listen, you're going to have a huge positive impact if Anthony Davis is on your roster. And Dallas does have a really good team that he's going to.
Yeah, well, we heard LeBron James didn't have really any wind of this going down. He actually found out at dinner with his family. LeBron James learned of the Davis Doncic trade after the Knicks game when it was broke while he was out to dinner with his family, sources close to James tell ESPN. James was surprised by the news, is processing it, and had no idea that it was coming. Q, what's your reaction to this news with LeBron James?
He can't be happy. Can't be. I mean, not only was he and AD tight, you know, and the elder statesman of the team, and had, you know, two of the guys that won a championship together in the bubble, but if you're looking at this, he has to be looking at it like, yeah, this move is for you guys to secure up and shore up when I'm gone. But I'm still here right now, and when you gave away my best chance to try and get one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I can't see LeBron being happy with this move they made, because it doesn't matter who they bring back in. It's not going to be anywhere comparable to what AD gives.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Lakers can't be done fine at this point. They want to be able to get somebody, and it's going to be interesting to see moving forward. But speaking of the